Oh, I think we're live. There's a chance of it. There is a chance. How close of a chance? Not very much. Come on, video. Ah! Seriously. All right, reboot and play. Doodle-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. That's so delayed. Seriously. Reboot and play. Reboot. That's a little closer. Thank you, friends. Turn this volume down. Yeah, cock-a-doodle-doo is about right. Cock-a-doodle-doo. All right, here we go. Here we go, kids. This water's about full. Let me take the water off. We could use that to make juice with. That's okay. That'll work. All right, it's exciting times. Brave new world. Let's cut some potatoes. Unfortunately, I just realized that I did not run the dishwasher last night. Good. Just when you thought you were doing things right, you find out you, in fact, may be doing them wrong. So we gotta use the big bowl, because, well, sometimes in life, that's the only bowl that's clean. Got this sad looking potato here. It's got like a crack in it. Not sure what that's all about. Did wash these. I think we're gonna do like hash not wedge, rectangles. Is that a thing? Now, I should state this. I have not had my coffee yet. So I am operating a knife, cutting potatoes with no caffeine as of yet. These little weird spots. Not sure how I feel about those. One of my last bag of questionable potatoes. What a week. I'm trying to think all the crazy shit. Man, we had a snowstorm. It was hot. It's been cold. It was a snowstorm. Road construction started. Oh, I got all sorts of stories. My video game updated, which broke my ability to play my video game, which is such a feature. Like, no, how do I describe it? My comms, like my headset, if I can get it to work, which is not very often, it doesn't go through my headset. It goes through the TV. And yeah, I know, you could change that setting. Well, I didn't change the setting, and yeah, it says it's going through. Like, it literally says, chat mixer through headphones. And if I unplug my headphones, it automatically switches on the screen to chat mixer, like, not headphones, whatever, TV. But it's still going through my TV. So it's like, there's nothing I can do. God. And my favorite is like, submit a ticket. You write it there. Well, have you tried this? You know, oh, no, I didn't think I'd try that. Like, yeah. Have you tried unplugging your router? Oh, yeah, no, that was I never thought of that. Or have you tried powering off your system? Have you tried unplugging your system? Have you tried deleting your cache? And it's like, yeah, dude, like, you think I'm, okay. No, I never thought of that. Thanks for the heads up on that. Thanks for reminding me that I should try to troubleshoot my problems before I write you a letter saying you broke my shit. Not gonna lie, it's getting to the point where I might be done playing that video game, just because it's so frustrating. Like, it's not that complicated of a. It's just a chat, man. Like, I've been playing that game for literally years. I know it can work. I know it can. Based on the fact that, you know. Oh, free Stormy. Oh! How do you know it's not my breakfast that's been indicted? Oh, the votes are in. Whatever. I would have to think there's quite a few, what would you call it? Questionable politicians that are probably shitting in their pants right now because they've been told, don't worry about it, they're not going to do anything to you, and now all of a sudden, ooh, the game's changed. Oh, yeah, what do you think, kids? Is that still edible? Well, let's chop it off and see what happens. We don't waste here at the old Elveshelves channel. Yeah, that's just going to be too much. I'm not going to eat a rotten potato. I mean, I want to eat a rotten potato, but I'm not going to. I just decided. I mean, mainly because I'm streaming. If I wasn't streaming, I actually would eat that. But, like, free Stormy. Oh, poor Stormy. Are we sure that's what the indictment's about? I don't know if it's actually been, have they unsealed the indictment yet? I'm not sure. Asking for a friend. I think there's a lot of speculation going on. Okay. So, those are our potatoes. Let's soak them in some water. Now, I'm going to have to unplug my camera because I forgot to plug it in last night when I went to bed. So, we're going to be doing some plugging / unpluggings. Oh, that didn't happen. Soap sponge. Soap sponge! God, I just did that. Unclean. Well, extra clean? How does that work? If you drop your soapy sponge in your potatoes, are they extra clean or unclean? Oh, I think that's bubbles showing. Oh, this is fantastic. That's what I get. That's what I get. I did dishes before the live stream and my soap sponge was still soapy. We'll rinse all that soap off. Now I heard, I don't know if this is true, some people wash their chicken with soap. Anybody seen that yet? Oh, God. I'm going to go with no comment on washing raw chicken with soap. But you would be getting it clean, I guess. Get that salmonella off. I've come to realize you can't say anything anymore like tongue-in-cheek, or you can't be a comedian apparently anymore. Because like, what did I read the other day? A dude made a meme back in the Clinton-Trump presidential campaign that said, don't forget you can vote by text message. Yeah, that guy just got convicted, might do 10 years in prison. Because he wrote a meme that said if you can vote by text. They declared it voter suppression. Can you imagine? Like, holy shit. I'm starting to get nervous. I might be going to jail. I have said some shit in the past that if you were a fucking retarded moron, you may have thought it was real. And yeah, they look good for me. Whatever. I'll miss you guys. Could you imagine? All right. Let's get some coffee in me. I'm so sleepy right now. I'm so sleepy, I'm probably going to say things that are going to get me in trouble. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm trying to think of some of the funnier shit I've heard lately. Oh, God. We're going to do, well, let's do this one. I haven't used this cup in a while. I'm not saying I actually retired. That's a really small cup. I'll make it through. No, I'm not going to do a small cup. I want a big cup. Let's do this one. Pretty good. Is there any cobwebs in it? Blow it out. So, I'm trying to think like the most absolute ridiculous take I've heard on the latest like fumble fuck of our fucking our republic that we live in. And I don't like to like particularly take sides or whatever, but like I did see a statement by the former Speaker of the House, and I'm not going to name the names, but they proclaimed that in America, this is paraphrasing. Basically, you got a chance to prove you're innocent. Now, I don't know. When I was a kid in America, you were innocent up and until you were proven guilty. That was for everybody. No matter if they saw you with a gun in your hand, you're still innocent. You got to have a trial, jury of your peers, and then you get to be found guilty or innocent. And that was the Speaker of the House. And I'm thinking, that's like what, third in line for the presidency? Like, isn't there a test? Do they have to take a test before they get those jobs? Like Civics 101 or like basic IQ? Like, oh my God, it's so saddening to me. You get a chance to prove your innocence. Like, okay, that's not how it works at all. Literally, in the most literal definition of the word literal, is not how it works at all. But that's fine. It's like, God. Good times. Makes you think that maybe someone's getting nervous. That's the best I can come up with. Maybe people are getting nervous. You think there's anybody getting nervous? Is there any nervous people? I bet there are. I bet there are. Oh, dribble. There's a bunch of good stuff going on right now. I'm trying to think, the craziest thing I've heard lately is like, what are they? They're trying to pass some bill under the guise of saving the children from TikTok. Have you guys heard about this? It's like Bill 686 or something. I can't remember what it is. But like they're trying to say, oh, it's to stop the evil commies in China from influencing our children with TikTok. But like, that's like the least of what the bill is all about. From what I understand, it's like they're basically going to give, was it like the Federal Trade Commission, trade or communications? I'm so stupid at remembering this shit. Anyways, they're going to give like one guy the authority to declare you, 20 years in prison if you go to TikTok using a VPN. It's like, what in the fuck? And like $1 million fine. Like, it's the craziest shit. Well, it's easy because all they have to do is say, you did it because there's no oversight in that law or that bill. They just proclaim it. They don't, like the President of the United States doesn't even have to know that you've been declared a threat to the nation. And the only way they can get rid of it is a bipartisan vote of like, oh my God, dude! Like you thought some of these bills they passed, oh my God, that's crazy. That is some of the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. Could you imagine if they passed that law and Evil Orange Man? What if Evil Orange Man Hitler gets put back in charge, and then decides to take vengeance? Like, have they thought about that? Like, whoa, what if Orange Man gets put back in charge and they pass that law and he just declares all those people that were against him to be terrorists? Could you imagine? I would think they would think this through a little bit more. I think we should be a little more even-keeled in our insanity. The pendulum swings, kids. Back and forth. Back and forth. See? Like this. Woo. It goes, you're fucking crazy, and it's normal, and you're fucking crazy. That's how it goes. Back. You're fucking out of your mind, and you're fucking a lunatic. It just swings back and forth. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That's fun. 20 years for using a VPN going to a website on a list. Oh, God. Could you imagine? I mean, that almost makes you want to get a fucking VPN and go to that website because there must be something good there. Whatever. I know people that use VPNs and I was like, why do you use VPN? Like, so I can stay anonymous. I was like, well, I'm pretty sure, no, maybe you're wrong. I'm pretty sure the second you put a VPN on, you're on a fucking list. Like, I got news for you. That is not nearly as anonymous as you may think you are being anonymous. Like, I got some fucking special news. And if you don't believe me, you go ahead and read the collective writings of Esquire Sir Edward Snowden and the program called Prism, and you can let me know what you think about your VPNs. how you know, I got some bad news, kids. I got some bad news. That ain't working out for me. Whatever. It's gonna be fine. Maybe we should talk about something a little lighter. I got some funny stories. Oh, we can update the road construction project in front of my house. That's pretty fun. Yeah, they tore the whole road out in front of my house. It's gone. 100% gone. They tore that shit right out. And then now it's just a mud hole out there. But the fun part is, like, I've been real nervous about my mailbox for, like, almost like not quite a year, but like, when do you want me, like, well, so, I gotta rewind the clock. So when they first started doing the road construction project, my arm was so jacked up, I couldn't take my mailbox off. And I kind of went out and talked, I was like, dude, we gotta take my mailbox off right now, because, like, my arm's all messed up, and I really don't want you guys just, like, He-Manning my mailbox off, because I kind of want to keep it, and it's got, like, a big protection guard on it and all this. I really don't want that all bent up. And they're like, oh, you'll be fine, we'll just leave it there. And I was like, cool, man, we'll leave it there, I'll be fine, perfect. Well, it's this year, and they're doing the road construction project, and I came home the other day and grabbed my mail with no road in front of it, which is kind of awkward, but inside of my mailbox was a note from the old mailman, or, sorry, the postage delivery person, I guess is what you would call the mailman. I'm a judge. I'm pretty sure it's a man. And it said, starting tomorrow, your mail is going to be delivered at the other end of the block. And I'm like, oh, that's convenient. So I got to go like a full city block. Yeah, a solid city block, maybe a little more. Yeah, quite a ways down just to get my mail, but I can't just go down. I have to go around. So I got to go like a block this way and a block that way and a block that way and like a half a block back just to get my mail that's a block away. And I'm just like, dude, what is happening? Because like when they first started the road construction project, they're getting set up. So like they put the porta potty out. They put mailboxes out like right down at the end of my driveway. There was a whole row of mailboxes, and I was like, well, that's cool. Like, you know, I talked to the guys like, so am I going to be having to walk over there to get my mailer or my mailbox? What do we do with my mailbox? No one knew. Blah, blah, blah. We don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Don't care. And then they moved the row of mailboxes down a block away. And I got that note. I'm like, well, that's weird. Because, like, all through last season's road construction project, there was a 55-gallon drum. Hold on. Hold, please. We got to get this thing going. All right. Power. Potato. Fire. There we go. All last year, there was a 55-gallon drum with 2 mailboxes sitting directly across the street from me. Just sitting there. No one was using it. And I don't know, who do you call to figure out why in the holy hell your mailbox is a block away during a road construction project? So I called the dude that I kind of is my go-to, is the guy from he kind of represents the engineering company, but he oversees the project to make sure the people that are doing the project are building to spec. I just call him because like he's not a dumb person, he's a smart person. And like when I communicate with him, whether he agrees with me or not, I know that he understands me. Like we got that going on. Like, he gets it. Although he doesn't always agree with what I have to say. But that's fine. You don't have to agree with me. But, like, I called him up. I was like, yo, I got a note for my mail. And he's like, oh, yeah, that sounds like a problem for, what did he say? It's like something you should take up with the post office. And I'm like, yeah, but the post office doesn't set my temporary mailbox. Like, I don't know who does that, but it ain't the post office. Which I think he kind of had to agree. I was like, dude, grab that 55-gallon drum with the 2 mailboxes and just bring it back down here and set it up. And he's like, well, it's behind a pile of dirt. It's really hard to get to. And I'm thinking, oh, for Christ's sake, you've got to be shitting me. You have got to be shitting me. It's too hard. So I don't know. Maybe on Monday I'll start calling people. Like, I'm not going to be a psychopath about not having my mailbox right by my house for the first couple of days, but like, there's no way. This situation's going to be here until like, probably, honestly, next winter, or this coming winter, whatever. It's like I'm not going to go 1,000 miles to get my mail every day just because like. And then he was like, oh, I'm trying to figure out a way that you could like rig up something to have your mailbox. You know, something affordable. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm not even going to spend 2 pennies on my temporary mailbox. That's part of the road construction project. You just need to bring it down here. I know it exists. I saw it. I've seen it. You told me you're not using it. Just bring it back down here. In fact, you probably put my neighbor who's across the street from me there because he's not walking down to the end of the block. Because like, so this is what they want us to do. Are you ready for this? We're gonna use this eggs is gonna be the road construction. Ready? We got a map here. Here's the creek. Here's where I live. Here's the road they're tearing out. They want everyone that lives along this road here to walk their asses all the way down to this end to where they park their car and then deal with that shit. Sorry, down here. Limited parking. Well, I live here. Here's the creek. This guy here, he's just walking this way and parking there. Like, that ain't complicated. You just walk across the creek and you park in the grass and you're good to go. The guy that lives next to him, I haven't figured out what he's doing. I think he's doing the same thing. I think he's walking. The next guy, he put a goddamn plank across the creek in his backyard. He just walks through his yard to his car in the backyard. He's like, screw this shit. Like, we ain't walking a city block to get to our car and fighting everybody with parking spots. But yet all our mail's down there. It's like, dude, why? Oh, yeah. My diagram's over. Whatever. I mean, yeah. I just don't even know anymore. That sounds like something you want to take up with the post office. Like, oh, God, dude, don't start that. So, yeah, like, I haven't filmed, I haven't started posting yet. I think I still have, like, one video from last... There might be one video from, like, not the start of this season I still have to post about the road construction. And then there'll be new stuff, like the pipe showing up and the thing getting torn out and the people parking in my driveway. Oh, that stuff had all sorts of fun. It's been, what you call a good time. All right, so today we got some of Sara Lee's finest honey wheat for our toast. That's going to be good. I think what else, like, yeah, the road construction. It's just like I kind of forgot how bad it was because we had all winter without it in front of my house, and then now that it's back, I remember exactly how bad it is. It's just like, oh God, what an ass ache. Having to drive around and just like, whatever. I mean, no one really wants to hear me cry too much about it, but like, the mailbox thing is just like kind of batshit crazy. So anyways, I took my mailbox down the other day. That was fun. I think it was so well attached. I couldn't believe how hard it was to get that goddamn mailbox off. And like, I had these two metal bars that went around. I always thought they were aluminum. Like, because like people used to baseball bat the mailbox, so it got upgraded or whatever. Stainless steel, 1/4-inch stainless steel plate. Those protectors, I could barely pick them up. They're so goddamn heavy. It was crazy. I was like, my God. All right, let's make some juice. Those potatoes are gonna take a second. Yeah, 20 years in prison for it. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It's gonna any day now. It's gonna get better. Just you wait and see. It's all gonna work out. I mean, yeah. Yep. It's all working out. Like, I want to say so much shit that like I can't say because, you know, it'll offend the mentally ill or whatever. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt the mentally ill's feelings. I mean, I only put the thing indicted in the title because, like, what else is anyone talking about right now, right? I mean, my breakfast, obviously, big deal. Indicted, for sure. I kind of think it's funny, actually, because, like, it's one of these unintended consequences things. Like, I'm so looking forward to the future, you know? Like, I give a shit about what's happening right now, but my favorite part is what's going to happen in a year or two or three, because we might actually get to see some fucking crooked motherfuckers get in trouble for the crooked shit they do. Like, how great is that going to be? They used to get a free fucking pass. Like, oh, God, I can't wait. Can't wait. So fantastic. Round them up and try them. Make it legal, right? Because it used to be, I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, what was it? James Comey is famous for being like, yeah, that's a crime, but like, no reasonable person's going to put that person in jail. Like, good God. And it's like, well, no, that's all changed. I wonder what the statute of limitations on those charges are. Looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Whatever. I heard one guy's commentary was like, he's like, well, when you're talking to anybody about this, just whatever they say, just say that, but then say it more. It's like, you should go to prison for life. Those are business fraud charges. Life in prison. Are you kidding me? A business fraud charge? Put him in life. Give him a life. That's business. Are you kidding me? That's a real crime. Think of the people that were hurt. I mean, there might have been a couple $100 that didn't go to Ukraine. Come on now. Whatever. The whole like, what do we live in? Clown world? Is that what they call it now? We live in clown world. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we're at, kids. 20 years in prison for running a VPN. Well, you shouldn't be going to those social media Chinese-owned websites, I guess. I did watch a documentary about the whole Tencent. You guys know about Tencent? Oh god, it's crazy. Ever heard of Tencent? 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 Oh man, you want your mind blown? What? Read up on Tencent. God damn. So Tencent's like a, I don't even know if there's a word for it. There's no equal for it in America. It's a way of life in China. Basically, this company figured out a way how to combine everything you do in your life into their website. And then once they started getting big enough, the Chinese government is what we'll call them, the government of China. Okay. They're like, hey, wait a second, they're getting kind of big. We might have to shut you down. And they're like, no, don't shut us down. Let's be partners. And they're like, hey, that's a great idea. So Tencent and China are like hand in hand with each other. So like they allow Tencent to remain a company, but they have to be told what to do by China. But basically, like, you can't do anything in China without a Tencent like program or app running on your devices. Like, you can't talk to your friends, you can't buy a ticket, you can't buy food. Like their whole ecosystem of their life is through this company called Tencent. All their social media, all their TV, all their texting, all their dating, everything, the whole gamut. The social credit score, all that shit is through one single thing. There's so many jealous people in America. Like, oh my god, if we could just get that going over here, think of how much power we would have, how much control we would have. But unfortunately for those evil fucks, we live in America. I don't think that's gonna fly. They're trying though. They're trying to figure out how to do it. It's pretty crazy shit though. I had no idea. I'd never heard Tencent in my life. It's pretty crazy, like, the way it started, like, it wasn't a big company. It was kind of like Amazon. It was like a dude in his garage type of deal. I mean, basically what you understand is he basically stole code, is what he did. And then, like, it worked out. He stole some source code. I guess Microsoft's gone after him. I don't know how well that works. But I believe Tencent, obviously, because they own basically everything in China, as far as the internet and computer stuff, owns TikTok. So, yeah, I don't know, whatever. I mean, that's the Cliff Notes version of my interpretation of an internet video I watched. How are them bad boys coming? They're getting crispity, crackly, crunchity. Cook it longer. Alright, there's got to be more to talk about. Getting all crazy talking about the internet. Stop talking about the internet! Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. It felt like spring was here, then it felt like winter was back. It's kind of crazy. I fixed my computer. Good news. I think that happened after the live stream. I was successful in cracking open my MacBook Pro. Oh my god, you wouldn't believe what I had to do. That was the craziest shit ever. I had to rip the logic board out. Like, the logic board in a laptop? Really good. Give this another quick shake just because the alarm went off. I mean, basically, if you're ripping the logic board out of your laptop, you're basically disassembling the whole goddamn entire fucking laptop. Logic boards were all the ports for everything, so like the keyboard, the monitor, the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, optical drive, hard drive, antennas, all these little ports, all these little plugs that are like not really like the plug on your vacuum cleaner that's designed to be undone and did up a bunch of times. They're more like the kind of plug that's supposed to be undone one time. Sorry, no times. Supposed to be did in once, and that's it. And maybe undid once to like fix something in the future, but like not really. No, not really. God, makes you nervous. If you like to be nervous, take your logic board out of your laptop. You will be successful in your nervousness. I was like, before I started, I was like, well, I'm either going to put this part in and fix it, or I'm going to buy myself a new laptop. And the kind of laptops I buy are kind of fucking expensive, so I wasn't looking forward to that. I mean, I don't think you guys want to hear me cry about my laptops, but I'm a firm believer when it comes to technology, with a few rare exceptions. And this is my personal belief, and you can take it with a grain of salt. Is when you buy a piece of technology, you obviously look at it. You have to make a big decision, like, you know, has the technology from the previous generation changed enough where like the previous generation is worthless? Or is it like what do they call it, like a mid-cycle upgrade type of deal? Like, technology comes in blocks where it's like a new platform and they build up from that infrastructure. Maybe they'll tweak the camera in a cell phone, maybe the chip a little faster, but, you know, those kind of upgrades, like, you know, if you ain't got the extra flow, like, for example, a cell phone right now, Apple. Like when the 11 or the 12s came out, that was a new platform. 12, 13, 14, all pretty much the same. The chips get a little bit better, the cameras get a little bit better, but like the essential platform of the device is the same. Now eventually that generation will be thrown in the dustbin and a whole new generation will come out. Like with laptops, it's the M series chips. Like if you're buying a laptop from Apple and you're not getting an M series, you're kind of wasting your time. If you're buying a used one, because like if it isn't an M series chip, they'll be obsolete soon. Just the way life goes. Like, that's just the way the shit is. So I always go with, oh God. Why am I so bad at cracking eggs? Why is that pan not hot enough? God damn it! What am I doing? Anywhoosies. When it comes to buying technology, I mean, I put that caveat about the generational thing because, like, you can get older tech and still have it be viable. Me personally, I never buy old tech. Very few exceptions. So like when I buy a computer, I always buy the newest version and the most G'd out version they got. And it costs me a lot of goddamn money, but I always do that. I buy the maxed out best version they sell. Like I go in and I click everything. Yep, want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Make it the best you got, then I just write the check, and it hurts super bad, and I run that computer for over a decade. That's what I do. I've done it twice in my life. If you want to know how bad that hurts, go to Apple, go to their laptop section, click on the best laptop, and put all the fucking awesome shit on it, and you know what I'm talking about. That's why it's like, I gotta fix this thing. I spent a lot of money on this laptop. That last laptop I got, the only thing I didn't do is I didn't go solid state hard drive because at the time solid state hard drives weren't big enough. Like it was, they had been invented, but they were so small. I was like, what the fuck is this little tiny solid state hard drive? Like that was the only like upgrade I didn't do. I upgraded the monitor on that thing. I paid extra for the best monitor they sold. Shit was crazy. Same with my first laptop. Like my first laptop I bought in 2003, and there was a technology that you could get. I'm pretty sure I had to buy it. I don't think it was standard even. You ready for this? It was called Bluetooth. In 2003, you could buy a laptop and you could pay extra and get a wireless technology called Bluetooth. And in 2003, you know what you could connect to on Bluetooth? Nothing! There was nothing available that had Bluetooth. It didn't. There's nothing. No products had Bluetooth yet. Well, I take that back. There was like 2 things, I guess. I mean, I just so happened to have bought a cell phone in 2003 that had Bluetooth. And at the time, it was like, what can I hook this to? And the answer was, nothing! So I had a cell phone with Bluetooth, and I had a laptop with Bluetooth, and you couldn't do anything with it. And when I bought the cell phone, it was known that you could get an Apple laptop if you paid extra that had Bluetooth. And I talked to people, and I was like, if I get this cell phone, will I be able to transfer data via Bluetooth to an Apple laptop with Bluetooth? And they're like, well, I guess if you bought one of those things, yeah, you could. And I was like, great, I'm getting one. And there was a class action lawsuit over that, and I entered it and I won, and I got all my money back on that cell phone because they lied, because they couldn't figure out how to get the Bluetooth to transfer the data. Now, I'm not even making that shit up at all. I had to surrender the cell phone though. That was part of the litigation. Was you can have 100% of your purchase price back, but you have to surrender the cell phone. So I just put that into a new cell phone. That's a true story. That was not an inexpensive cell phone. It was a very expensive cell phone. It had Bluetooth. Could you imagine, kids, if you're young, that Bluetooth didn't exist? Like, yeah, that's a real thing. It's like, dude, it's got Bluetooth. What's Bluetooth? I don't know, but it's got it. I want it. It's so crazy, like how easy everyone's got it now. Like, oh yeah, I got some Bluetooth. You got Bluetooth? Oh yeah, definitely got some Bluetooth. Whatever. Like that laptop had like wireless internet and shit. It was like, what? Wireless internet? Like that was like mind-boggling too. Had a backlit keyboard. It's like, have you ever seen a backlit keyboard? It's like, what's a backlit keyboard? I remember that shit. Like that was the most G'd out. Like in my life, that was probably like my first Apple laptop was probably like the craziest new thing I'd ever bought in my life. Like it was insane how crazy that laptop was. And it still works. Like that laptop, I can go power it up, fire it up, and it still works. The only problem is it's not an Intel-based chip. It's a pure Mac. And like they were like, hey, guess what? We're going to Intel chips. So if you got a Mac, yeah, throw that in the trash. That shit don't work no more. And it's like, oh, thanks, Apple. And now you know what they're doing? Like, well, you got one of those Intel chips? Yeah, we're going back to Mac. You can throw that shit in the garbage. I'm not even making that up. Like they're going back to like making it. And that's what the M series chips essentially are. It's like, oh my god. Shit's crazy. Or whatever. So anyways, that's my philosophy. Is always buy the best. Because it's going to be obsolete soon. And not soon, but like, if you don't get the best, it'll be obsolete sooner. Whatever. I know that's kind of a dickheadish thing to say, but that's just how I live my life. Like I just go without until I can afford it. Like my first smartphone was a 5S. My first, yeah. I never had a smartphone before I had a 5S. That's like 6 generations into smartphones. And I rocked that thing until I got a 12. Because when I bought that 5S, it was like the most G'd out 5S. The biggest hard drive, or the biggest memory, everything. It was the best version they had. Like, boom, done. Kept that thing forever. I think, although, is my current cell phone got the biggest memory? I think it does. I think I did. I did do that, and it's not enough. And that's for goddamn sure. Whatever. I did not get the biggest memory on my my tablet because what the hell do you need tablet memory for? Like, I still figured that one out. I mean, I guess you can store stuff on it. Whatever. I'm trying to think what else is fun. There's always fun stuff going on. I had this, like, it just snowed for no reason the other day. For no reason! I guess there's a huge snowstorm coming again. I think we're going to miss it where I live. They're talking a feet of snow just up the road from me. 1 feet. That shit could shift and make it show up right in my face. We're going diagonal because it tastes better. Okay. Oh, why is that egg so stuck? Why so stuck? Dog is officially peeking corners. You peeking corners? Peeker? You peeking your beak? Is your beak peeking? Yeah, I bet it is. We got a real beak peeker. I didn't salt and pepper these potatoes. Oh wait, I'm supposed to do this so you can see it. Oh, good. Just right on top. Just a la mode, right? Oh, don't be stuck in there. One more. Okay. How about that for just a pile of hash? Cool. All right, let's put a little bit of salt on the old potatoes. All right, what else is fun that's happening? There's always fun stuff going on. Did anybody see that video of the car driving down the interstate? Driving down the interstate and this pickup truck, this wheel fell off and the car hit the wheel and it went flying through the air and did a flip. Did anybody see that? Holy shit. That kind of shook me because I didn't know if you hit a rolling tire that was rolling down the interstate at nearly the same speed you are, it would launch your car in the air like 300 feet. I have no idea. Like this, I still don't know how it did it. I mean, the only thing I could come up with is when he hit the tire, the friction of the rubber must have dug into the road and then dug into the car and essentially stopped the wheel 100%. So it was like him hitting like a solid object. But man, that car went flying. I don't know if the dude survived. Like, that was crazy. I assume somebody saw it. I talked to my old man about it. He's like, I saw that video. And I was like, well, my old man saw that video. That's crazy. And even he was like, I don't understand it either. It doesn't make any sense. Come here, bird. Let's have eggs. Oh, you dropped your egg. Get it before it gets cold. Get the scrap too. Good girl. You want potatoes? They might be hot. No, they've cooled down. Here. Potato? Spit it out! She's like, F your potatoes. Yeah, just launching. My God. Well, that's like, the reason it makes me so nervous is I'm well aware of how, like, great people take care of their cars. I was driving down a highway the other day, and you know what I saw in the middle of the road? A brake caliper. Yep. Not the brake pads, the caliper. And I'm thinking to myself, self, I said, how absolutely unaware of your surroundings you have to be to have your brake caliper fall off your car. Because I'm pretty sure brake calipers, I mean, bare minimum, they come standard with 2 bolts to hold them on. So, like, I mean, I'm not a brake caliper expert, but I'm pretty sure you have to take the wheel off to get the bolts out of a brake caliper. But if not, it's going to be like how would the scenario be? Your wheel's spinning. You got the rotor. You got your caliper pushing your pads, right? If one of the bolts fails, the caliper is going to do this weird thing where it's gonna be like jamming or like like I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure you'd notice. Like I'm pretty sure you'd be like, what the fuck? But then I really think about it. I see shit all the time driving down the road where I'm like, how are they unaware? It's like last year I saw a dude with a lift kit on his truck, but like, it was so bad that I flagged him down. I was like, yo, dude, your tire's gonna fall off you're gonna lose your whole wheel. He's like, oh yeah, no, they didn't have the part to hook up the rest of my. It's like, what? You did a lift kit and you took part of your steering like shit off and you didn't put it back on because you didn't have it available? It's like, yep. And I'm like, I'm having this conversation with you on a road that I'm driving on? Yep. Through the window of my car? Yep. I'm just like, dude, what in the fuck? Like, talk about nothing bad's gonna happen to me because my mom told me I'm special syndrome. Like, holy Christ, you're putting children at risk. Like, literally, you're putting children at risk. That's crazy. I can't remember. Did I talk about the mail delivery truck thing? Like, that's the craziest shit. Running his flashers, but like his brakes don't work because his flashers are running. Guys driving down highways, going 55 miles an hour, put church signals on and applying brakes, and none of it's showing up in the back because he's running his hazards. Because he got LED. It's got LED. It's like, oh, nice LEDs, bro. Do those LEDs let people know when you're putting your brakes on or you're going around the corner? No. They look good though. Okay. Cool story, bro. And I think I'm gonna cook another egg. I just realized that. Beast just wants more eggs, obviously. Yum. Yep, we're cooking another egg right now. That's the end of it. Let's put some of these egg dust. A little egg dust bin. Egg dust. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It can't get any crazier. That's what I keep telling myself, and then I wake up and it's the next day and it got crazier. Can't get any crazier. Berta, I'm cooking another egg, so I'll give you more of this one. Hold tight, babe. Here. You gonna flop? You're flopping. Power through it, dog. I want to film my dog flopping over. He's struggling on the slip floor. Okay. Go on the rug. Go on the rug. There you go. Jesus Christ, dog. Her feet, she's getting the splay. The old legs going lateral. Poor old dog. All she gotta do is walk on the rug. But, you know, that's not as easy as you think when you're a dog. The obvious things aren't quite as obvious, unfortunately. Ooh, that's a runny yolk. I like that. I'm trying to think what else there is. I don't mind. There's always something else good going on. There's always something to reflect upon. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank though right now because these eggs are so good. Oh, I know. There was a guy I played video games with that almost every night. Part of his routine is he eats a Little Debbie snack cake for his dessert. And he always has a myriad of choices, and he always asks the group which flavor he should eat or whatever. To kind of, it's come up in conversation. And my favorites are the zebra cakes, and I like to eat my zebra cakes frozen. They're really good. If you've never had a frozen zebra cake, oh man, I'm telling you, you've been missing out. The frosting kind of firms up to almost like an ice cream, and then like, it's really good. And everyone I've talked to about it, if they ever do it and they get back to me, they're always like, "Yeah, that's the best shit ever." So I've been subtly dropping this. You should try it frozen thing for a long time. To the point where like people in chat have heard me say that, have gone to the store, bought them frozen, and come back and be like, "Yeah, that shit's awesome." It's my guild master actually that I've been trying to convince us of. So the other night he's like, "I'm doing it. I put a bunch of Little Debbie's in the freezer. Which one should I try?" I was like, "Dude, I'm not gonna tell you which one to try." I was like, "What do you got?" He had like Easter cakes. He had zebra rolls, which are okay. I like the cakes better. He had the strawberries, and I was like, "Dude, it doesn't matter to me. Like, whatever." I mean, all I can say is I do the zebra cakes. I can't vouch for like strawberry cakes frozen, but I can't imagine they're bad. He's like, "All right, I'm doing it." Cracks into the thing. First bite, comes back and goes, "It tastes stale." And I about shit myself laughing. I was like, "Dude, that doesn't even make sense. It can't taste stale." And then like, yeah, I think he kind of realized what he said. It's like, "Well, it doesn't taste stale, but it feels stale." I was like, "Dude, it's frozen. Like, it's not going to have the same texture as it did when it was unfrozen. It's frozen." And I was like, it's not for everybody, but like, I'm pretty sure it's better, but to each their own. And he keeps nibbling away. He gets kind of quiet for a second. He comes back and goes, "The strawberry tastes more strawberry." And I was like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Well, what I've noticed is I can't just basically inhale a thing and swallow it whole due to its frozenness. So I have to actually like put it in my mouth, chew it." He's like, "I'm getting more out of it this way." I was like, "Ooh, so it's growing on you," because like a minute ago it tasted quote unquote stale, which is funny. I don't know. And then they updated the game, and my comms are broken. I can't talk to anybody anymore, so that's fun. Whatever. I'm not sure if I've got a convert on the frozen Little Debbie's. Although I did learn something funny. If you eat one Little Debbie, so like if you're not familiar with Little Debbie snack cakes, Bird, these are gonna be warm. You want one? Here. Whoa, slippery when wet. So if you eat a Little Debbie snack cake, basically it's two little cakes in a cellophane wrapper. That's called a Little Debbie. Now, if you take two packages, which would be 4 cakes, now you got yourself a Big Deborah. That's a Big Deborah. One package is a Little Debbie. If you take 2 packages, you're eating a Big Deb, a Big Debbie, a Big Deborah. And that's a thing now, just so you know. It's a Big Deborah. More eggs for the dog. Egg Cam. Egg Cam. Good girl. Big Deborah. Man, I haven't had a Little Debbie snack cake in a minute. So we started talking about the nuances of the flavor characteristics between frozen and non-frozen, and how the textures change and how the frosting firms up. And someone in chat started losing their fucking mind over it. They're like, "Jesus fucking Christ! You're talking about Little Debbie snack cakes like it's a goddamn bottle of wine in your sommeliers." And I'm just like, What do you mean? And she's like, it's just a little Debbie snack cake, and then I was frozen. And I was like, well, yeah, but a lot of things happen when you freeze stuff. Like, for example, take milk or cow's milk and add sugar and freeze it. See what happens. It's called fucking ice cream, lady. Lots of magical shit happens with temperature changes. I mean, that's the whole point of it. If you didn't add temperature or take temperature away or whatever, it would all be the same always. Like, get yourself some ground beef and don't change the temperature of it and see how good it tastes. You know what I mean? Like, shit happens, man. Whatever. And if you, I don't know if that person's watching this, I'm not picking on you, I'm just saying. You can please half the people all the time and half the people half the time, or I don't know how it goes. None of the people all the time. Won't be pleased again. There you go, dog. But yeah, I just, yeah, I mean, I thoroughly encourage anyone, if you're into Little Debbie snack cakes, throw one in the freezer and eat it, and I'm sure you'll be like, wow. I told a guy that in the grocery store one time. He was standing in line in front of me. He had zebra cakes, and I was like, "Hey, buddy." He's like, "What's up?" I was like, "I know you don't know me, but like, when you get home tonight, throw one of those zebra cakes in the freezer and eat it. It'll change your life." And the guy he did a double take at me, and I could see him thinking about it. He's like, "Really? Like, how hard does it get?" I was like, "No, it doesn't freeze solid. It stays like you can bite into it, but it's just like frozen ice cream cake then." He's like, "Whoa, you just blew my mind." That's what the guy said to me. "You just blew my mind." And what I said back to him was like, "You think that blew your mind? Wait till you eat one." Your mind will be blown. Oh, hey, what's up, Jeremy? Welcome to the stream. I mean, for me, if someone gives me a Little Debbie snack cake, like a zebra cake, for example, and it's not frozen, I'll still eat it. But the whole time I'm eating it, I will say to myself, this would be better frozen. And that's God's truth. That's how I feel. It's not bad, but it's better frozen. Excuse me. Let's give the dog the plate so you can lick the yolks. You want to lick the yolks? Come over here. Get on the rug and lick the yolks on the rug, please. You got a yolk licker. Ooh, she makes a mess. You make a mess, dog. Now, look those yolks. Lick those yolks! Whatever. How long has it been going for? No, we're almost done. I'll turn the camera around and see how much eggs I got in my beard. Okay. Hey! Look at my cabinets. You get indicted for looking at my cabinets. That's a crime. I'm gonna indict a ham sandwich. Yep. It feels like spring is just right here, but not quite. Something to do with shoveling snow yesterday. How am I? Apparently I'm suffering from crooked beard syndrome. Whatever. I've also decided I don't like these glasses. I'm not very happy about them. They always go down to there. And that might be too wide too. Whatever, doesn't matter. Something magical about picking glasses up when you can't see what you look like with your glasses on. But I paid for 2 pairs. I haven't got my second pair. I don't know where the hell they are. Did I tell you guys about that? The the lady was cleaning my second pair, and she snapped the frame right there. Like, I hadn't even put them on yet, basically. And I was just like, what the hell kind of shit are you selling? Just crumble in your hands? She goes, well, that never happens. I was like, yeah, no, obviously that never happens. Except for just right now. This is the first time ever. That never happens. I should probably call out there. It's probably one of those numbers that my phone blocks. Whatever. Oh, I switched back to that band. Because it's warming up and I don't have as much clothing over my screen. This has a screen protector. So. Rugged. I don't like screen protectors on my watch though. They suck. I can't like. Alright. Look at that. Get the. I got like circles on the TV for some reason. Whatever. Okay, well, I've been trying to do spring cleaning. It's not going well. I swept the laundry room the other day and I thought to myself, I can't remember the last time I swept the laundry room. It's been a while. Probably, not going to say, but it's been a long time. Whatever. I think that's the end of this. I did an hour. That's just long enough. Well, thanks for tuning into the Indicted episode. Whether you're pro, anti, or indifferent of the indictment, it happened, and that's the world we live in now. So, exciting things moving forward to see who's next. I can't wait to see who's going to be next. Because there's going to be the next, obviously, due to the pendulum swinging. So, like, we're here now, and it's going to come back that way. There may be some hurt feelings in the future. That's something I come up with, but it's going to be fun. Cheers. See you later. Yep, that's right. I'll try to post more videos. I haven't been posting much lately because there hasn't been much to post because the big thing was I had to do that editing on my mailbox, and I hate doing that shit. That's why I was just like, I didn't post for like a whole week because I didn't want to edit that video. That's how much I like editing videos. I was like, yeah, I'll just not do it. Plus, I mean, YouTube's ruined now. Like, I don't know what ever since like they went to, when they started monetizing the shorts, yeah, my channel's toast. I don't make any money at it hardly anymore. They screwed the model up so bad. Or, I mean, it could just be correlation between the two events, but like, my revenues dropped off by at least half. Which is just like, same views, same engagement, everything. It's just, what you were doing for a year, we're just going to pay you half as much to do that. Ah, cheers. But do some shorts. We'll give you 25 cents. Like, I mean, that's what I've got in my shorts. It's like 25 cents. Like, what the hell's the point of that? Like, whatever, YouTube. I'm not quite to the point where I'm going to start begging people who watch my channel to send me money, but I'm getting close. I used to pay pretty decent. I mean, considering what I do. Not anymore. Can't even barely afford eggs anymore. That's how bad it got. Alright. Enough of me crying. I'm out. I got some spring cleaning to do. Peace! Thanks for watching. If you caught the re-upload, thanks for watching that. If you missed the whole thing, you never knew. It was amazing. We had eggs, toast, and made some juice. I didn't drink any of that juice yet, though. I should do that. It's all bottled up. Take it easy.